Hello, and welcome to Graphing and Solving Inequalities. I begin from the main menu by clicking on Equations and Graphs, and I've selected a problem here from the textbook, and the problem is x squared minus 3 is less than 0.5x plus 2, and I simply want to find that solution interval. You'll notice that I have typed the left side, the x squared minus 3, into y1, and I have typed the right side, the 0.5x plus 2, into y2. And this will be the general method for solving these. Graphically, you'll put the left side of your inequality into y1, you'll put the right side of your inequality into y2, and now I have to use the spinner to select which one of these I need, the equals, greater than, less than, draw inverse, or off. And what I want to do is choose one of these, greater than or less than, but I need to know which one to choose. So for y1, we're looking at the x squared minus 3. Now from the original problem, the x squared minus 3 is on the pointy side, or the small end of the inequality, so I need to make sure that it stays that way. So if I select this one, the x squared minus 3 will remain on the pointy side, or the small end of the inequality. So you'll see that the x squared minus 3 is still, the point is pointing towards the x squared minus 3, just like in the original problem, the point was pointing at the x squared minus 3. Now for the 0.5x plus 3, you'll notice that that's the big end that's facing this, and so I need to go back to this spinner and make sure that the big end is facing this, and I can see that it is. The large end is facing towards the linear function here. The point end is pointing at the quadratic. It's the same way in the original problem. The point end is pointing at the quadratic, the big end is pointing at the linear. Now I can graph these. So I just touch graph, and you'll notice that not only does it draw the actual functions, but it shades for me. So this blue area here is where things are larger than the x squared minus 3, and of course all this green area down here is where things are smaller than 0.5x plus 3. You'll also notice that there's a highlighted area right here, and this highlighted area is when the x squared minus 3 is less than 0.5x plus 2. So I can exactly see where that happens now. And if I'm going to write an answer, I just need to know this point, the left edge, and this point over here, the right edge. And I can do that by touching Menu, going to Calculations, and find where two functions intersect. I'm going to try to find this point over here first. It looks like it's somewhere between minus 3 and minus 1. So let me enter those bounds in here, minus 3 and minus 1. So we have minus 3, that's my left bound or lower bound, and then for my upper bound, for this particular point, it looked like it was to the somewhere between minus 3 and minus 1, so I'm going to enter the minus 1 here into the upper bound, and then I just touch Calculate, and it will tell me the exact intersection. Here it is. I can see that this intersection point is negative 2.2122. So let me type that in here as the left edge. I have negative 2.2122. Okay, there's my left edge. Now I need to go find this right edge, this point over here. So I'm going to close this out and go back to the calculations. Again, I'm just trying to find an intersection point between two functions, so that's what I'm going to select. And I just need to find this left edge right here. It looks like it happens between positive 2 and positive 3. So let me pick those bounds, 2 and 3. So I'm just going to enter 2, and then I'll go to the next and enter a 3. So you see there's a little delay here. I'm trying to record and it slows everything down. It's immediate on the phone. Here I touch Calculate, and that will find or give me this intersection point up here. There it is. I can see it's 2.7122, so that's going to be the right bound, 2.7122. There's my right bound, and so this area here, this interval that I've written here with parentheses. Of course, I used parentheses because it was a strict inequality, less than. There was no equal, so that's why there's no brackets. I have the left edge and the right edge, and this is the solution to this particular inequality. And of course, if you have any issues with this or any difficulties, feel free to send me an email. I hope this helps you use inequalities, and if you like I said, if you have any difficulties at all, just send me an email. But this will end the session on using inequalities and graphing inequalities.